Welcome, friends. It is I, LostScarf, and it's time for a different kind of one-shot. It's a review one-shot, and the realization is this. We're going to do a review of Kingdom, and this is a very fun game, but it is a very slow game. And because of that, gameplay, like playing it and talking about it, would not work out. Talking about it with gameplay in the background, that'll work out. The footage of this review is taken from 3 different runs of the game, and this is like about 3 hours of footage I'm just going to pull from and just put on the background. And so this should be a lot of fun. So I'm just going to talk about what I really liked about this game, why I recommend it, and stuff like that. And so let's just get going with it. Let me summarize the game first. I think that's the best way to go about it. So Kingdom is pretty obtuse in the way it works out. It starts out, you're a king or a queen, and your job is to explore, expand, and defend. That's what you do the entire game. And it's on 2D scale. You go left and right, and you can sprint with your horse. And you only have, like, ASD, or left, down, and right, and left shift. That is all you have in this game. Also escape from menu, and that's it. You can go left and right, you can sprint left and right, you can hit down to drop a coin, you can hold down to put coins into things that require coins for building or for upgrading. And that's all you do in this game. And it's a day and night cycle. During the day you want to build up, at night you can build as well, but at night you come under attack on your walls. That's why there's the defense part of this whole thing. And when you get attacked, it just gets progressively stronger every night. On every 5th night is a blood moon, and stuff gets crazy. Things get really hard. The first time I played this game, I got to day 15, second time day 20, third time day 24. And the game just gets progressively harder, and it's a lot of fun. I just sat down and played this game for many hours, and I just enjoyed it a lot. Now, when you start out the game does like a quick 30-second tutorial. That is, you're just going left and right, you're going through it, you're sprinting around, and it just shows you. You drop a coin to make a peasant one of your villagers. You drop multiple coins to get the upgrades like archery, or for a blacksmith, later on a farmer, and also to build your walls, to build your upgrades, to upgrade everything. Walls, towers, other items in the area to upgrade your stuff, and to upgrade your kingdom. And you have to keep exploring to find camps, to recruit more people, and also just to find more things to progress the game. The goal of the game is to build up a strong enough kingdom to survive the onslaught every night, but also you want to find these 4 portals that are out in the world and destroy them using your units. You destroy them, the kingdom is defended, and you beat the game. And that's pretty cool. It's just really hard to get there. It is a very difficult game. It's a very slow game as well. Every day is about like 5 to 10 minutes from what I can tell. And it just goes on, but it is intense and fun the entire way through. This is not a game for everyone. I highly recommend this game, but it is definitely not for everyone. This is for the people who like to strategize and think about things, and it is just very entertaining in that way. And it's also a lot of learning from failure. There is a bit of a random rogue element to it in that the outer world is a bit random as to what you can build and where special things appear. Certain things are always in certain areas. Like, it seems like the portals are always the same distance from your kingdom, and certain upgrades are always the same distance from your kingdom, but other things are a bit random, like where you can build posts, where you can build your walls, and certain deities, which I might show the statues and you'll figure out what they do yourself in this game. Like, it's a bit random where they are, and also when it comes to how far away the camps are for you, they're always a certain distance away from your walls. As you expand and grow your kingdom, the camps to recruit for more units does go further away. And that becomes one of the shortcomings in the game in a way, is that your kingdom can become so big and so hard to defend, or just keep upgraded and defended well, that it could take you an entire day to go from one side of your kingdom to the other, just to make sure everything's up to date and just upgraded very well. Or you can go out to the forest to recruit more units and then come back to your kingdom for safety. It can be pretty difficult. A very cool concept from this game is the coins. The money you make in this game, you get it from hunting, from cutting down trees, from farming, and just from surviving a day you get money as well. The money is also your HP. The enemy units will attack you and knock the money out of you. They'll also knock down your units, take their equipment, take the money from them as well, turn them into just peasants who don't have any money, which means they're not going to be working for you anymore. And if they knock all the coins out of you, all you have left is your crown. And if they take that, it's game over. It's a very interesting concept right there. The entire game is a very interesting concept. Something that is a shortcoming, though, is the AI of the game, but I feel like it's on purpose, how the AI works. When you tell your units to build something, they will build it. They don't care if they're under attack, they will go build it. So that's something you have to consider, is like, you should only be building when you think you should be building. And then same thing goes for catapult units in this game. There's a catapult for the left side and the right side. And you build these catapults, and they're always taken to your outermost wall. So if you overexpand and have a weak wall on the outer walls, you'll have a catapult out there and it's just going to get destroyed, which is very unfortunate, for sure. As you expand in the game and make your units stronger and make your buildings stronger and everything, not really stronger units, you just have better buildings for your units. You always have, Smiths are always the same, always. Archers are always the same, always. There are certain things that can be done to make them a little bit better, but they're mostly the same thing. They're mostly the same AI, the same damage, everything. But you can build things and make things better for them. But they're always slightly incompetent in a way. The archers aren't very accurate at times, which just gives this bit of flair of not really RNG, but just really kind of just, you might still be screwed even if you have everything ready, which is very kind of unfortunate, but does add a level of human error to the game, I suppose. Now, when it comes to the enemies, it's just, you got these like little, just little gremlin-y guys, and then they get masks so they have more HP to them, they get even better masks, and then you just start seeing some really scary stuff when the blood moons happen. Eventually, these flying things come up, and they just wreck everything, and then there's even worse things that come up that are even scarier. There are times when you're like, okay, well, here comes the tide, and you're like, alright, well, that's not so bad. And then something new comes up, and you are like, oh, man, run now, just get the hell out of there. There are times when your kingdom will get completely effed, and you'll feel like you failed. But if you have some good ideas, and just do well enough, you can recover and survive and keep going to more days in the game. But those blood moons, oh, they really give you trouble. You just want to just plan ahead for those blood moons. Just build up as much as you can the days before the blood moons, and then just hope you have the best defense you could possibly have when the blood moons happen. The randomness of certain deities, which can really help you out, can give you advantage or hurt you a little bit in the game. Also, just the chance of where your farming areas could be. There's also streams that also, it's a bit random where they could be. Like, the innermost ones, it feels like they're not random, but the outer ones, as you expand your kingdom, do feel like they're random. Same thing goes for wall posts and for archer posts. They are random, and that could really screw you over in a kingdom run, which can be really frustrating after like a couple hours of playing this game. And your runs do take a couple hours. It's a very fun game, but it can be frustrating with some of the obtuseness of the game, and I feel like it's on purpose. Just so, I don't know, just to make it not too easy, although there's no way this game could be too easy. Like, it is a very difficult game, but just give you different parameters to work with, I suppose. But it is cool to go from, like, a wood age to a stone age, and if there's another age after that, I just have not been good enough to see it. I've only gone as far as destroying 2 portals so far in this game, and oh man, it is pretty crazy when you break a portal open. I gotta show that for sure. But it, all in all, is a very fun game, but it's not for everyone, because it's a very strategic game, but it's also a very slow-moving game. And it's about learning from your mistakes and learning from just how your defenses crumble or get defeated, and learning from what you did right. It's a lot of just learning how you should be expanding, how you should be defending, when you should be upgrading certain things, when you should be just equipping certain people. And there's also just some randomness that you just have to deal with in the game. But it is a very, very great game. I enjoyed a lot. That's why I recommend it. And that's why we're doing a review here. The music is incredible as well, and I really like the look of this game. It's a pretty cool look for the game. It works out very well. I like it a lot. And the music is really good. The atmosphere of the game in general is really good. What they do very well with the music is it gives you just a good sense of you're just out in this like medieval kind of country area, and they do that very well. Some musics just give you that idea of you're just out in the country, and that's cool. And then some of the music just gives you this more sense of urgency and more sense of doom and gloom is coming, especially on the blood moons. You will have your hairs up on end when that stuff happens with the blood moons. It is just woo. So the atmosphere of this game is done very well through the music and just through the look of it. And it's just really cool seeing the moon in the background and the sun in the background and the clouds and the fog. There's just so much going around in the foreground and in the background, and I really like that a lot. And the music just really does a good job of setting things up as well for setting. The music itself is just very calming at times and just also very energetic at times. You could just sit and just work on things and listen to the soundtrack itself while just doing whatever. If you want to be calmed down, if you want to you're just editing or something like I'll be. It's a very nice soundtrack. I like it a lot. And I think that's everything there is to say about Kingdom. Like, this is like the first review in a long time, so it's not as well structured as it could be, but I'm just telling you what I liked about the game, what was really cool about it, and just what I enjoyed. And it's a good game. It's a very fun game. It's not for everyone, like I said before, but it is a very enjoyable game for those who could embrace this concept of a game. It's very fun, and I like it a lot. Probably for me, the biggest shortcoming in the game is just don't have enough time in the day sometimes, especially later on in the game, and still have the room to recruit people. I don't know, just when you get too big, it gets really hard to manage, which I guess might be just the idea there, is it should be hard to manage, but I don't know. Like, recruiting people later on in the game gets really hard because they have to be further away from the kingdom, and sometimes they're all the way on the other side of the kingdom. There's like no camps near your side if you're on the west or the east side, which can be a bit frustrating. But all in all, I highly recommend this game. It's a very fun game. I love it a lot. And it is a $10 game. This is made by Noio, like N-O-I-O, and Licorice. This is the first game they've made. And it's published by Raw Fury, the first game published by them as well. And it's a heck of a game to be their first for all of them. So that right there is the review. I had fun making it, fun watching it, and this is what it's all about. Having fun, links come by, and see you next time.